we are going down to find out what that, because that was it was a human. And it's quite a hard bit to actually get down into it. And it's like, right, well, I could clearly hear it. I could clearly hear you. I sort of touched on it in the last video. I have been noticing that it's like, at least come up and be civil. That was a deeper animal trail than I expected. I've been down there, and it's an absolute mission to get back out here. I'm not dressed for going down in there. I need to wear long trousers. I'm wearing shorts, and I've not got my boots on. Hence why I nearly fell, because I've not got boots on. I've only got my trainers on. The only reason is it's way too hot. Way too hot. My feet are sweating anyway, but they would be worse if they were in boots. Anyway. Mad and crazy world that we live in. Mad and crazy world that we live in. Absolutely crazy and mad. But it is what it is. Anyway, once this wee mini, because it is literally a wee mini series, once they're done, they're done. I'm not coming back on. I'm not going to be doing these kind of videos again. It's not something that I wanted to get myself involved in. But I'm noticing things, and I'm just trying to say, doesn't end well. The things that happened to me a couple of years ago is now happening to a lot of people, and yeah, it's not, it's no, it's no good when it happens to you, because the people have got to think, oh, it'll not happen to me, it'll not happen to me. It just takes for that one wee mistake. Anyway, I see it. I also hear it. Like, it's all good, man. It's all good. I hear it. I sometimes like sitting in places, and I'll sit and listen to conversations. I'll sit, because some people, when people, some people have got no qualms about talking about things in certain areas and stuff, so I like sitting listening. I also like sitting talking. And then some people are like, will ask me like to be honest, and I always bring honesty straight to the forefront, and that is like the biggest conversation I had was when someone wanted to talk to me, and I was like, aye, it's funny to see that that Ukraine and Russia can't come to the peace table, and that's because that genie bottle's too open now. It's went on for too long. That's got the benchmarks of how World War II started, like our politicians in World War II, before they got in the one that they really didn't want to get in. I totally back that guy. Not the first one, the second one. The one that was like saying it but was deemed as aye, they had him. Aye. but he started getting information about what was going on. I was like, wow, like what? Like what? What happens? Aye, I've read books, and the movie is a really good, but it's not, man. You've got to read the books, you've got to read the history books, you've got to read the books, and it's like, wow. That's what happens when weak men are in places of power. And then when the strong man has to come in and pick the pieces up, which is a common theme when you start looking at history. Some things are normally started by weak men, and then the strong men have to come in and pick up the pieces, because that's exactly what's happening with Russia and Ukraine. It should never have happened. But at the same time, the genie bottle's now open. Anyway, this one, I'm going to keep it going. The first person I've seen walk on this bit for a long time. But it's a really good walk, especially on a day like today. Anyway, move it to the side. That person was in the zone. I tried to say, well, I didn't say anything because he just looked like he was in there. He was focused on. He was doing what he was doing, a bit like myself. Like I'm doing what I'm doing. Anyway, the t-shirt I've got on is the Grim Reaper saying, holding the fists, going, game over. There's a reason why I picked that t-shirt, because to be fair, I was wanting to put on I was actually going to come out and do these videos in a tank top, because it's really warm, and I thought, because where the tank top is, I thought, no, I'm actually going to wear that t-shirt. That t-shirt actually coincides with with these videos, which it does. It's game over. It's a really cool, because it's exactly especially with the like. I wanted to touch upon this again. Is the left right left right game. I never played it. People will claim, because they'll take wee bits and pieces, because everybody wants to fucking set up everybody and record everybody nowadays. Aye. But too scared to come and actually speak to the person directly. It all has to be done indirectly. Usually because they're weak people. Because that's what weak people will do. They'll do things indirectly. They will never ever come to your face. And that's me no trying, I'm no like saying anything about anything, it's just, it's like, that's real. I've got first-hand experience. I've touched on a couple of experiences in these videos, because once these videos are done, that's it. Like I'll be going back to what I normally do, which is record nature and record what's going on. And because I've had a lot of experiences today by nature, and I'm filling the time with this shit, because I'm sick of things happening indirectly, whereas I'm a direct person. But weak people will do things indirectly, or scared people will do things indirectly. Now, my only concern is because I'm starting to see I can see I've seen the big game, I've already did a big video, and I keep mentioning I've done runoff videos of it. This is still a continuation video of it because because I'm seeing that the true power players, the big ones, the families, the ones that I started really finding out when I did I mentioned it in a video about like when you bring religion and politics and you make them one. On paper, that's a great idea, but when it gets put out, like back then the population wasn't as big, so I could sort of see the idea on that. Well, the population now is like, it's too big to implement something like that. Like, man, like the population is just too big for that. Back then the population was a bit much and a bit far for it to go, but by God, they gave it a try, because the rest is all history basically, and that's real. But they want to implement it again when the population is even. But they've already started that process though. I noticed that, like the amount of religious things that pops up on my feed. I was like, I totally get the message, but like, what about the people that were fucking, what, like, I'll stand up for the people that were abused, but do you think the people that were abused by priests want to go back to the religion? I don't. You can hear the raven in the background. Like, I believe in Odin and Thor, Freya, Frigg, Heimdall, Tyr, all of them. Skald, Skaldi, all of them. You can hear the raven in the background. Like, what am I meant to, like, that's what I mean. I'm losing out on the content that I come out to record, because at the same time there's 4 white butterflies. You can see one because a couple have landed, but well, there we go. Thank you. They're like, we're still here, pal. We're still here. And at the same time, there's a raven. It's wild, right? It's a wild raven. It's in the field. It's not even flying. It's in the field, walking about, getting insects and whatever else. I can hear it. I can hear it talking, because it probably hears my tone. Because some of these I get a bit like, it's the reason why I'm outside. Because if I was inside recording these, and like somebody must have watched it, like between yesterday and the day. Because somebody said something when I was walking, and I'm like, what? Like, really? Like, I'm not sitting on a live stream talking about this. I want to be outside because I can slightly distract myself with nature. Like, I'm showing the signs. Like, there's ravens, there's the white butterflies. Because if you do history, pagans, well, Vikings, because people want to conflict the two of them. Viking isn't actually a people, it was actually to do something. But they want to go, oh no, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Viking was to do something. Plain and simple. And that something, well, it was piratism. But it was a different day and age back then. So really, in the grand scheme of things, who really cares? But they did conquer. And who really cares? It's when you get people that jump on a thing and go, right, well, oh, you were raper and villagers. Not everybody was, fuck's sake. Like, so what? But that's how insecure these people are. It's how threatened. It's like, if I pick something, it's seen as a threat, and they still keep it going to this day. And it's actually quite sad, because it's the same. It's been that noticeable that it's just like, really, you're going to keep playing the game, keep playing the same game, because I really couldn't really give a fuck. But these people want to keep playing the same fucking game, and it's like, I notice the people, and I know it, and I'm like, if that person was to truly to come and actually have a conversation, because I've had the pleasure of talking to a few people that have been sent, and they come away from it going, huh, like, he's no what they're all fucking making him out to be. Exactly, because no one will want to come and actually have a conversation. They would rather but it's too easy to jump on the bandwagon. But even though, right, these people, right, are fully aware that I went through some really heavy shit at home, and then because I was part of a religion, I went to camps and stuff, and things started happening. And ever since then, when I can remember the first time I spoke out about it, that's when I got woken up to the game. That's when I knew. Oh man, that's when I knew that's when I knew which parent was right for me and which parent was wrong. They were both wrong eventually down the line, but at that time, like, I'm not going to be somewhere where, like, I go home after school and I'm getting abused, not by my mum. My mum knew it. She knew it was happening because she had to have got the fucking letters for school. Had to have. Absolutely 100% had to have. Because I'm telling teachers exactly what's happening. My mum had to have got the letters. Had to have. But then to do what she did when I moved in with my dad was just like, if you can't see why I did that, then, like, fool you. Like, because it wasn't just happening there when I went away on a fucking school trip. Aye. Not really want to go into detail, but like that's when I thought, nah man, this religion's no for me. And ever since then, but that's me being real, and that's real. That's real. So when these people are doing it actively in that way, because I see it. I get the indirect messages, and it's like you have got no idea. If I told you half of the stuff I've been through, you'd be like, well, fuck me, no wonder you fucking, like, I'm surprised you never turned into a Satanist. I've been called that. I'm like, alright, cool. I'm still you're still calling me something that's part of the same thing, because he was an archangel. That's another video I could do on that, and I'm not. Because I'm not religious. I have my beliefs. I like, nature's my signs. I see the signs. Just my belief system has interpretations and can be interpreted by that, and I quite like it. But that's the thing. And this is the other thing that they don't want. Imagination. People don't like imagination, superstition. People wanting to read about myths. If you have a slight fantasy, if you're into fantasy, I'll use a prime example. Like, fantasy for me is role-playing games, but really good ones. Ones where you're like a certain type of character and you have special attributes, and you're off killing mythical creatures, and some creatures are based on animals that did actually exist at one point. Not all of them, but some of them did. But there's a few that are taken from myth lore and mysticism, and that's the thing. People don't like it because they're that entrenched into this whole one, because it's going to become one world at some point. It's already, if I could see it. I'm going down to where I see all these white butterflies, because there's loads of them. There's a red admiral around here somewhere too. The raven's further up the hill. Plus I do. There's somebody coming down, and it's the same person. You don't really see people out here that often. But yeah, because some people are seeing the videos, and there's other people that are going, well, nah, actually, they're starting to realise I'm not who these people have made me out to be. Plain and simple. That's the thing. These people have no idea because they're told. They're told this and that about me. Got to remember the big pyramid game. You got to remember it. I kicked the hornet's nest. I've kicked the hornet's nest a few times, and it's like, alright, cool. But people don't get why I kicked the hornet's nest. It's because of some of the stuff that I end up finding out. Because it's amazing what you find out when you read between the lines. I got shown how to read between the lines from newspapers. There is coded messages in newspapers. It's how messages were sent before technology. How do you think people on the other side of it was like why they had newspapers in the Commonwealth? It would take a while to get there, but the coded messages would come through. That's how they kept in communication. But that's when you know, you know. And if you don't, then fair enough. You're not getting any more about this because once when this topic's done, that's it. I'm not delving back into it. Some of these topics are quite uncomfortable to talk about because I've got a lot of personal experience. I've been trying to be told to shut up and toe the line, and it's like, alright, well, you're threatening me with that. Because I'll see it as a threat. If you're going to start talking to me like that, I'll see it as a threat. Why? Because the one parent that wasn't a nice parent, the one that allowed the abuse to happen and was getting the fucking letters, did that person do anything about it? Nah, did they fuck? Did they fuck? Couldn't give a fuck. Too busy, too self-absorbed into her own shit, too self-absorbed about herself. Pity. Just hope that person's in a better place, because I am. I'm in a place where I am fucking free. I don't have that person fucking, I don't have to worry about that person, and I didn't have to answer to the one that I moved in with. So I have fucking give a flying fuck. I went, I did what I did, and I didn't really fucking give a fuck. And that person is fucking that person is entrenched in that fucking system. But like I said, these are not videos to go fucking on the internet, because she'll make herself out to be this kind of person. But if you know, you know. Like, if you know, you know. Like, there's people out there that fucking, until someone I forgot about some crazy things, and then I got bumped into this person from when I was back then, and that person told me about something. Oh, by the way, like, I remember this that happened to you, and it was like, oh fuck, I thought, oh fuck, I forgot about that. And that's usually the ones that like the ones that catch you off guard are normally the ones that you've purely forgotten about for fucking reasons. But like, sometimes you've got to be prepared for that. You've got to be prepared for somebody just all of a sudden, just boom, there you go. Do you remember that? No, kind of wanted to forget about it and move on. Nothing personal. Just it's easier just to sometimes forget about it. But anyway, when people want to fucking start jumping on the bandwagon and claim that they fucking know this and that about me, now how about you actually come and actually fucking speak to me direct? I'll tell you everything direct. I don't want someone else fucking speaking out on my behalf, because they can fucking say whatever the fuck they want. And it's clearly, I can clearly see that someone has spread a message about me that is so now, like it's all part of the fucking game. And they even realise that they were also played as part of the game. Well done. Like, well done. Like, fucking 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Fucking 10 out of 10 for that, man. Well done. Because you're just as entrenched in the fucking system, and that was the whole fucking point. Because if you come after me, I can assure you there's people out there that are far worse. But a dead day in it, and a day go to anywhere, a dead day in it. And that's what scares people, because I truly didn't give a fuck, and that scares people. It shouldn't, because there should be more people like me, because that's my stand-up, that's my political fucking stand-up to everything that's happening. Like, I don't pay into the system, and I've not voted for a long time, a long time. But people will want to try and make me like cover a political thing. Nah. And it's all back to when back then. So you're going to base my character from because the last time I voted. All right, no bother. And that was under a fucking, because I've changed my name too. So like my new name, no voted under my new name. I remember the last time I fucking voted, and it was a fucking long time ago. Because they ran the local election at the same time as the referendum. But I even said to my dad that it's not like there'll be some kind of fuckery about it, and aye, there was. Because we got fucked over, as always. That's what I say to my dad. If it gets fucked over, like then it's just like, is that not just history repeating itself? And then I could see him. It took him a couple of days, but he came back to me and he was like, because he must have went, because he had people and acquaintances that he used to go talk to and stuff. And he must have went to a couple of them, because he came back to me and was like, you're right about that. Aye. And I was like, well, there we go. That should be the answer to everything. It's always been the way. It's always been the way. And that's just for here. But then if you take it as a whole, it's already starting to play out. It's like it can't, like it's that entrenched now that it's just like stipulations and stuff. It's like what, like we're not allowed to fucking govern ourselves. And I'm not just speaking for Scotland, I'm also speaking for Wales. Like we've all got our own parliaments, and it's like we still have to. The stipulation is we still have to answer, and it's like, right, cool. Well, like, aye. I can see why our ancestors gave up on that fact, because it doesn't. It's just it doesn't. There's nothing comes from it. Nothing comes from it. Absolutely nothing. Because nothing ever positive has ever came from it, and that's just fact. I've already done a video on how we move forward, and then there's two parts, and then there's like a run-off follow-up, like, by the way, like, because I touched on something in one of the videos and I was like, oh, I could actually do a full video on it, so I did it. But this one is just a mishmash of like absolutely everything. Everything. There's no really a particular topic on this, because I've already said what I've had to say about the topics. Because when I've like, that's it. There won't be any other videos about this stuff. Like, none whatsoever. Absolutely none, because I know I already know where it's going. I already know. because you just need to look at history, because it's playing out once again. And we're too distracted from the actual main, and that's the main thing. I can't actually believe that they allowed this genie bottle to open to distract people from the main thing, which was Russia invading Ukraine. The world woke up and was like, and it's like, right, cool. And the world's been struggling on how to actually fucking, because it's just, I see it, I see the stuff, I see what's happening. It's people are just, there's, and how people are just wanting to protect their, I see it everywhere, but some of it's regenerated. Because that sort of thing was happening just before the you know what. Because of the occupation I had at the time, I was speaking to people, I had acquaintances, and I would speak to people and I'd ask them how's it getting on, and then they would tell me, and I was like, and then I came to the real, like in my spare time, I used to go for walks, and I used to go, like, something's going to happen, because if I'm finding out this stuff and I'm just asking a normal person, like, surely the power players know. Aye. Boom! Like I said, I stepped back into it, and holy fuck, it just all went fucking tits up. Literally. Just try to better myself and do 2 jobs, have a normal job, and then, because the other job that I was doing, I wasn't really getting a good distraction to, because some of the stuff that you were seeing was just a bit like, because at the time things were taking traction, people could see it, and now it's the genie bottle is now fucking well and truly opened, to the point where there's no closing the genie bottle. That's it, it's done. So it's just history repeating itself. That's all it is, my friends. It's just history repeating itself. It's like I've got a really good saying for it. It's like the never-ending fucking story. It's just the same shit, just the faces have changed. It's the same shit, just the faces have changed, that's all. And people will try and say this and that about me. It's already happened. There's people that already fucking keep it going, and then there's people that are just like, oh, because there's people out there that are scared of my fucking, because on the thing, there's not, I'm an honourable person. I see myself, like, because there's a whole thing, like, pick which one you want to be. Well, I was a knight and they fucking came after me. Why? Because I didn't fit their agenda. That's why they came after me, and that should have been a wake-up call for other people. Because if they can come after me, they sure as hell can go after other people. And I'm not impervious to anything, I'm just a normal person. I was just a normal person that tried to get by in life. But because people were trying to ask me about, like, religious beliefs, I used to say, like, no comment. And then there was one day I turned up with my Thor's hammer, and holy fuck did that offend people. And it still does, and it's just like, what the actual fuck? Like, your crucifix offends me, but do I fucking go into your face and want to fucking rip it off of you? Nut. And that's truth and fact. That actually happened. Pure fucking assault. Totally offended because I had a Thor's hammer on. Weak people are scared of strong men. Because I seen that, even the person I was working with seen that and was like, do they even ken that you're actually a fucking sound as fuck person? I was like, probably not. They're basing shit from fuck knows when, from when I was a wee fucking kid. If we all did that, well fuck me, then we're all fucking raving lunatics. If you want to base shit from when, and then it was like, if you were going to base that on from then you have to get the fucking full fucking context and the full story. But no, because I don't fit their agenda, it's easy to fucking get rid of fucking shit, and then these people can just make up whatever they fucking want. And it's like, oh, very fucking good, well done. Just, I know myself. I know what I've been through. And I've always had a really good saying, and this is a fucking saying, but it's also advice. No one can tell your story better than you. Never ever allow anyone to speak on your behalf. Always speak on your own behalf. Never allow anyone else to speak on your behalf, because they can fucking say whatever they want. Speaking from experience. Never ever ever allow anyone to speak on your behalf, especially when that person's not made clear on what that person, especially when that person's never really fucking specified what they're going to use it for. But I'm a bit at the time, like I've tried to say, like I was going through shit, so I wasn't really thinking anything of it. Well, ignorance, naivety and ignorance can leave a person blind, and especially when they're distracted from going through heavy shit. And I'm not going into detail about what that heavy shit was, but like it was proper heavy shit. I've got a really good fucking saying. You come at me with hate, I've got a million reasons why I can hate just as way more than you can. Some of these people have got really pitiful excuses as to why they hate, whereas I've got legitimate reasons, legit reasons, but they won't talk about that. They would rather just give this like fucking stupid, like I didn't even ken who these people were. That's the best of it. That's the best of it, man. Fucking who? Because there's always people that are hiding. The sneaky Pete's. And people that knew me and people that were around and shit like that, they should have watched, should have been paying attention, because like, where do you think it fucking went? Because they started, now they're doing it. Now they're doing it to everybody. You don't fit the agenda. Cool. And they will literally fucking rewrite your fucking everything, and that should be a wake-up call to people. That should be a wake-up call. Claiming that you're something when you're actually not, because they've not actually had a fucking conversation, but it's too easy to fucking jump on this bandwagon. And it doesn't really go anywhere positive, because they're the people that are all of a sudden going to go, oh, we'll need you. And you've made it very clear that got your people, you can do what you want, cool. Alright, cool. So when all this shit starts, when it gets a bit further and it starts getting, because it's heading to that area, it's as if I'm listening to other people that are saying like, whoa, like there's going to be a point of no return with this shit. Well, we're heading really fucking close to it. We're getting there, and we're so close to it. And then it's like, what? You're going to need me again? Nah. Nope. She's got a fright and choked on the grass. Stand up, you daft animal. You'll be able to bring it back up if you stand up. Lying down and try to bring it back up. You're just going to choke yourself. I have noticed that there's more people out and about, but they're on. I never see it as a coincidence. I love seeing it, but it's always on because it's bits where it's like, alright. And that's just a joke. I like seeing people coming out, and especially around here, because it's all especially when you get people asking you like, oh, what are you up to today? Oh, I'm just going for a walk. I'm going for a walk, but I'm doing content videos at the same time. But I don't go promoting. It's like they're out there, they're there. I'd actively go out, going, oh, by the way, I've got this. Nah. Just want it to happen organically, because I'm being authentic, I'm being me. Like these videos match nothing about the fucking content in nothing about the content on my channel. And these ones are going to be like, oh, he's got over 400 videos, they're all going to be about that. No, they're no, pal. No, they fucking are nae. Alright? No, they're no. Why? Because I've got the sheep skulls, plain and simple. And I've got my Indians, and I also got ones for my friend as well. So, like, aye. My whole content, my whole video channel's about this. Aye. You just need to look at the name of the channel. These aren't the ones that tie in, because there's other channels that have things and they're starting to talk about this subject because they can see it. It's starting to happen. It's starting to happen in areas that you stay. Now I stay in I stay out in the middle of fucking nowhere, because I seen it coming well before I started seeing it, because they see me as a threat. Because I'm not left and I'm not right. I just like see it for how it is, and I'll say it how it is. But people will try and add politicalness to that, because that's all these kind of people want. They just want to make everything political, because that's what they're obviously getting themselves involved in. What they don't realise is they're playing, they're such a pawn in that system that now they're not like, now people are starting to wake up. But I feel, unfortunately, I hope I'm not, but I just, there's a part of me that's just like, nah dude, you've been seeing this coming for fucking the past good few years, and so have all political analysts and stuff. They've all seen it, and it doesn't go anywhere positive. Because when the genie, like I said, when the genie bottle's open, it's open. That's it. There's no going back once it's full, like, and it's fully open now, because it's been allowed to go on for so long. There's now starting to like clamp it down, and it's like, well, it's went too far. Like, these people have now made it like commonplace in a workplace and stuff, and clamping down in workplaces and stuff, and it's like you're not allowed to do. Like, I was working in a place, and whoa, like you weren't allowed to whistle, you weren't allowed to sing, you weren't allowed to talk, you weren't allowed to greet people, you weren't allowed, you had to look down at the ground, you weren't allowed to smile, you weren't allowed to say good morning, you weren't allowed to say good day, you weren't allowed to say good evening. Like, and that's real, by the way, that's real. And I just sat and I thought, right, well, I'm only here to be this for this role, and they had all these fucking totalitarian fucking rules, and people used to be like, oh, it's not that bad, we're allowed to talk. But the minute a supervisor or a manager came in, that was it, everybody was quiet, and it was like, nah man, you actually can't see what's fucking going on here. I can. Like, this is fucking madness. And like I said, that's when the wrong people get a wee bit of power. Like, they go fucking crazy with it, because sometimes these people want to implement stuff because the idea of it sounds good on paper, but when it comes to reality, like, these people put it into place and then they're laughing. Like, why didn't they stick up for it? Why didn't they just turn around and say, here pal, how about no? But when it's already entrenched, and when people already fucking are doing it on a daily basis, like, you can't speak out about it. Be like, why is everybody like this? Like, what the fuck? I did. Got a couple of warnings for it as well at the same fucking time, because they couldn't see it, because it was happening outside as well. Like, I've got some fucking crazy stories, but they'll come and try and censor me again. They'll try, and I'll go through I'll end up going through it all over again, and it's like, really? You're going to, like, this whole fucking system and whole game that you're playing, like, it's the same shit. It's the same shit all the time. You've never changed the tactic. It's always the same tactic, and it's like, really? Like, do you not think that the people are going to see it coming? And then it's like, so I'll get that one message randomly, like, have you never learned this to, like, obey? And I'm like, what, when the actual system's corrupt? No. No. More people should have been like me back then. But nah, it's looking like it's going to be a bit too late. I hope it's not, but, like, I'm seeing it. Like, and these are videos that like, the normal person won't actually see, and I know that because I can tell by the amount of views. I can tell straight away. I can tell straight away if that and it's the same with my channel. Like, I get indirect comments like, why are you calling yourself that? It's like, because I can and I want to. I believe in something that but you're proclaiming, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, if you believe in the old gods, everybody can be an Odinson. That's the thing. People are not woken up to that. How close you can get. That's how hot it is. They're looking like, can you change the weather, pal? We're not built for this. Don't know if that'll show up or not, but aye. I'm not going to I'm not going to scare the lass. She's looking down there. I know there's water there, but I didn't want her. We don't want her hyperventilating, because it is really warm, like, and it is a really warm day today. I like that wee distraction, because it's getting a bit too carried away with myself with that video. But it's all about. We want everybody to obey. But when you've actually already, like I said, when you've stepped out the system, and then you see how corrupt it is from the outside looking in, and you're just like, alright, so you want me to step back into that and just obey and, like, not have anything to say about the proper legit corruption? because I'm not the only one. Everyone can now see it. It got fucking revealed to everybody, but we were just like, oh, what do we do about this? It's like, well, there's a lot of us that have been saying it for a long time, but nah, because it's too entrenched. It's too entrenched. Like, I know there's one of my parents. It's like, oh, you can't keep doing that. Like, just shut up. Just put your head down. Shut up. Like, really? Because that's all that's all that parent ever had. That was their answer to everything, by the way. It's just put your head down and shut up. Like, that was that parent's fucking answer to everything. And then you've got the other parent that you can actually have a conversation, and you'll actually try and answer to, like, why are these people doing that, and why have they people done that? And he started answering, and then as I got an adult, I sat with my dad and was like, shit happened to you, eh? And he just looked at me and he was like, what gave that away? Because you fucking helped me. Whereas the other parent didn't give a fuck, would rather just say, oh, just put your head down and shut up and they say anything. They get help. And it's like, right, cool. Whereas the other parent fucking totally got it. And then, like I said, as an adult, I was like, I realised, and that's why I said that, like one parent did way more than the other, because the other made it very fucking clear. Very clear. Don't want to name and shame. I've already, unfortunately, but that's I couldn't give a fuck about that. And her fucking cronies can fucking day and say whatever the fuck they want. I didn't give a fuck. It's just like, that person got fucking away with it, because even my dad was fucking, when I started opening up and stuff, even he started going down pathways to be like, here, by the way, like, how the fuck did that person get away with it? I can remember he went to my school and was like, and they were like, we thought he was lying. And then that's when my dad just went, nah, we're like, you're moving school. You're moving school. Because even he was like, nah, he started sensing it was like, aye. And I was like, ah. And then I was like, thank fuck, because my mum wouldn't have done that. That's the moral of that story. She would have just expected me to fucking put my head down, no say anything, and shut up and just get on with it. Aye, like, when you're talking about shit that actually, like, that you know that is morally and just wrong, not even on a moral level, it's just wrong. Like, somebody that's an adult, because my dad had a lot of, like, I used to be around a lot of adults, and when you go away to a camp and this one adult approaches you and starts being sort of convinces you to do it, you end up feeling like you are responsible for that. And it's like, whoa, no, I was a fucking kid. That person should never have done that. And that's me being honest. That person should never have done it. And that's where this video's got is a mishmash of everything, because once I've got another 2 to do. Once they're up, that's it. Like, there'll be no other videos about this. I'll be going back to my own. They'll be put in a playlist, and that's it. And my channel is not about this whatsoever. But I'm just seeing everything that I've already fucking known. It's just being played out. Just everybody else is now, it's taking everybody ages to waking up, and then it started happening to them. And it's like, oh, really? Anyway, I'm going back to fill up my water bottle. I'm going to come back out. I'll be back out in it'll be a couple of hours anyway, by the time anyway, I'm going to fill up the water bottle, because I've got a bit thirsty, because doing all this talking is thirsty work. Anyway, come join me on the next one. You can hear the ravens going to end it on that. Going to end it with the ravens in the background. Brothers and sisters, be kind, be safe, be honourable. Most importantly, stay safe and spread the love. Much love. Peace.